The Dallas Cowboys squeak by the 2-10 New York Giants. Russell Wilson has his career day as a Steeler. The 49ers wish the season was already over. And Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos have officially arrived. Episode 12, Week 13 of the NFL series starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to episode 12, week 13 of the Two Dudes Podcast NFL series. We're your hosts. I'm Freak.
And I'm Babs. Week 13 is in the books, so let's talk about it.
All right, Babs, we're going to start with one of the Thursday Thanksgiving games. By the way, I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. The Dallas Cowboys squeak by, even though the game really didn't look close. It really wasn't close. But on paper and in the stats, it looks a lot closer than what it actually was. The Cowboys win by a final score of 27-20. I would say, granted, the first half, it ended at tie pretty much. We were up by 3 points going into the half. But I would say, despite how we've looked all year, especially with Cooper Rush, we came out in that second half and scored on our first two drives. So we instantly took 17-point lead going into the fourth quarter. So, yeah, the scoreline says that we only beat them by 7 points. But if you really think about it, we were up 17 going into the fourth. And then the defense was just playing prevent. They were just keeping everything in front of them. So we gave up a touchdown and a field goal late half of the game and everything. But overall, Cooper played efficient. I'm not going to say he played good. Played efficient. It was better than the 45-yard game that he had against the Eagles, I think that was. Rico Dowdle had his first career 100-yard game. The first one of the season by a solo running back for the Cowboys this year. Collectively, we've had a few 100-yard games. One person doing it is the first one. CeeDee Lamb got hurt in this game. And I don't think he really played much. He played in the beginning. I think he re-aggravated that AC joint in his shoulder. So our leading receiver was Turpin. They're starting to get Turpin more involved, which I like to see. I like to see that they're spreading they're giving the ball to people that they don't normally give it to. I understand that they have to in certain situations, but you just got to think about it. If they're doing it now, imagine when we're fully healthy, we've got Prescott back. We've got our offensive line is more experienced. We might still be losing a piece with Zach Martin. Who knows? Come the end of the year. That's another future Hall of Famer. But I mean, the Dallas's offense could be very potent, like it has been the last 3 years. If we can consistently get Turpin, CeeDee Lamb, we have a solid running back. I mean, I'm not delusional. I'm probably the last delusional Cowboys fan that you would say is delusional. But I mean, we're missing a few pieces. But if we can keep not having predictable ass plays and getting people more involved that we don't usually, then we're gonna piss off a lot of defenses, and other teams aren't. It's gonna be hard to scheme against us. That's the thing, and we don't even really have the best play caller or offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator. This is his first. This is his first job as an OC. Schottenheimer or whatever his name is. And he's not even calling the plays. He just made the offensive plays. He just created them. The one that calls them is McCarthy. Yeah. So the play design is getting better. Still working on when you should call certain plays, but I mean, hell, there's not much I can ask for being 5-7.
Right.
So I mean, like 2 weeks ago, Babs can attest to this. I was praying for us to get the number 1 overall pick. Well, we win the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, fuck, there goes that. Because there's no way the Giants are going to win 4 more games and overtake us for 3rd in the division. And I don't see us losing 4 more. I mean, we might lose this week to Cincinnati, but I mean, shit. Who hasn't lost to Cincinnati and who hasn't beaten Cincinnati is the true question.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's not much. I mean, there's some stuff that I could look forward to. Especially, I mean, not anymore. Bless his heart, but he was a diamond in the rough, came out of nowhere. His name is Joseph Butler. Stepped in for Diggs the last 2 weeks, tore his ACL in practice. Rest his soul. This man has had a tough football career. His senior year at Michigan State, both his parents had passed, so they weren't able to walk out with him senior day. So the school let him walk out with his dogs on senior day.
That's pretty dope.
He starred in the Netflix show All American.
Who is it?
Joseph Butler. He's done some other things as well, but he was finally given the opportunity to play in the NFL, and boy, did he take advantage of that shit. Because I can guarantee you, when he's recovered, he's still going to be a Dallas Cowboy. I can guarantee that, because with Diggs being out and Bland coming back, our secondary has looked the best it has all year. And that's with Butler. And that's when I meant Josh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's when, and with Josh stepping in for Diggs, it's huge. Like, you're stepping in for an all-pro. I mean, essentially, they would say Bland is stepping in for Diggs. He's just moving over to Diggs' spot, and Josh is taking where Bland would normally be. But still, I mean, at the end of the day, with how they've played recently, I can't complain. Not much else I could really ask for. I mean, I can hope that Washington loses 3 more games and Dallas can win 3 more games, and then that would give us the tiebreaker, and we would, until we play them again, of course. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, nothing super crazy. I mean, it is the Giants,
Right?
They're shit. I mean, you should have beat them. Cooper Rush played all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I did. That's why I didn't.
It's good seeing Rico Dowdle getting his carries.
Yeah, 22 for 112 and a
I feel like
TD.
they've been kind of limited in him and letting Zeke carry, and I just don't think he's the answer.
No,
So it is good to see
he's
what he can
not.
do.
I mean, if anything, Zeke isn't even a number 2 back.
Mm-mm.
You only use Zeke when you're goal to go. That's it.
No.
When you're on the half-yard line, that's when you put Zeke in. Or if you need a yard or an inch on a 4th down or a 3rd down play in the red zone, that's your guy. But Zeke is not a 1 or 2 anymore. I'm sorry. Like, and it's not saying that he's completely trash now, but he doesn't have his quickness or his burst. He has no acceleration. I mean, he's slowed down. He's slowed down. Like, obvious. Obvious. All right. I know you've been itching to talk about this game all fucking week. But Russell Wilson has his best day as a Steeler.
Man,
I
what
gotta
a game.
fucking find the game. There we go. Final score is 44-38. Pittsburgh put up 20 points in the second quarter. Going into the second half, y'all are up 27-21. And then, I mean, y'all didn't outscore Cincinnati in the second half. Y'all both scored 17 points in the second half, but that first half was the difference, man. That's 6 points.
Pittsburgh.
That 6 points from first half is what was the difference.
Pittsburgh has been winning with defense all year. It's good to see that when it comes out down to a shootout, they can put up points.
Right.
We haven't had that in a long time. I think they're getting every week we're getting better and better, and it's getting scary. I feel like I think we could beat the Eagles. It'll be a tough game. The Eagles are looking really good right now, but I think we can beat them. And I can almost guarantee we could beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, after this game, I mean, I'm pretty much just it pretty much just confirmed me that the Steelers can go toe. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
the Steelers have the one defense that can slow down the Eagles and the Lions. But that's the only AFC defense I can see that can slow those.
I think
down.
I think our defensive line can slow down Saquon Barkley, and that's what we have to do to beat them.
Exactly.
If we
Because
can do that, we're good.
Barkley's with an extra game, not even with the extra game, he's already on pace to set the rushing record. So, and it's about time somebody breaks that record.
Look what we did to Derrick Henry. We shut him out.
I mean, his first carry, you made him fumble.
Yeah.
So,
Our defense is one of the best in the league. I honestly feel like
if not the best,
I honestly feel
because before that game, y'all were averaging like only giving up like 20 something points a game, not 38.
I feel like the only team that matches
scores
up with us,
isn't normal for y'all's defense.
our only team that matches up with us well in the AFC is the Bills,
Yeah,
because their defense is solid and they can put up points.
I would still give your defense the edge.
But I'm saying, like, I think the Bills are way better than Kansas City.
It's just because, I mean, you really can't give. I would say both offenses, your Steelers and the Bills, are pretty much dead even. I would give Pittsburgh the edge on defense because your years of experience in the secondary and on on your entire defensive line is greater than Buffalo's. Buffalo's is starting to get a lot younger
I'm
on the
really excited
defense.
for 2 weeks.
Um,
If we go in and beat the Eagles, guarantee we're a Super Bowl team.
oh yeah.
Um, very Russ is looking like old school Russ. Like all them haters that said he was washed up. He's proven everybody wrong, and I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I kind of feel bad for Fields because Russ Wilson is balling the fuck out.
He is. He is. And the thing is that I mean I think Russ knows he only has a few more years left in him to be this good. So
And I think I can't remember who said it, but I watched somebody say it, and they made a lot of sense with what they said. They said Russ needed a team with a coach who would fight for him.
yep.
He needs to know that his team has his back. And since the day Russ has been gotten there, he's been received with open arms by the players, by the coaches, and he knows that that team will go to war for him. And I think that makes him want to play even better.
Mm-hmm.
And what if you look at Russ's first couple starts, he didn't throw anything over the middle.
No.
Everything was outside the numbers. You could tell he's getting comfortable. He's throwing a lot more over the middle.
Hmm.
But I think it's a lot of his atmosphere he's in. He knows that his coach isn't trying to stab him in the back. He knows that
Yeah.
if he messes up, the team has got his back. They're not going to just throw him under the bus. And I think that it makes it easier for him to play.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
oh yeah.
I think honestly, I feel like Tomlin needed him and he needed Tomlin.
I just think that the whole way this has turned out for Fields and for Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
it's you couldn't have asked for a better way that it's gone. So,
No, but I do feel like Tomlin and Wilson needed each other.
oh for sure. Because
And
yeah, think about it. Wilson, if he stays for another 2 to 3 years, you're prolonging Fields' career.
mm-hmm.
So the longer Fields can learn and study under Wilson and be with Tomlin, by the time the Steelers get to the point to where Tomlin isn't the coach anymore, Fields has already taken over the role as franchise quarterback.
I'm just hoping that because I don't see Russ going anywhere next year.
No, Russ he'll retire. He'll retire with the Steelers.
I'm just worried that I don't want it to mess up Fields. Does that make sense? Like him getting upset. Like I know he wants to get in now and play, but
But
I
I
don't want
don't.
to.
He's. I
I
don't
don't
think
see him as
he's.
that kind of person. I think he's enjoying the learning experience
Mhm.
because I mean look what they're doing. And you could see on the sidelines Wilson and Fields joking and laughing between when he's sitting there they're talking after every time the offense is on the field you can see him on the sidelines talking and laughing. So I feel
No,
like
I think.
he's taking it in a good way and
Yeah,
he's learning.
I think you're. I think you might be reading a little bit too much into it.
No, I just don't want it to be like Fields because you got to remember we don't have Fields under contract after this year, so I don't want it to be like he's like, oh, I'm going somewhere I can start. But I
No,
don't think Fields is that kind of person.
I think.
I
I
think
think.
he's
I think they'll
enjoying what
re-sign
he's.
both of them. To be honest.
I do too. I don't see Fields. I see Fields as a very humble person, and I think he's taking it, and this could turn him into a monster quarterback.
Yeah.
If he takes what Russ teaches and incorporates it into his game, that man's gonna be deadly. He's got a strong arm. I mean, this may not be the most accurate, um, but if you don't have to have the most accurate arm, but if
Right.
he's listening to Russ, looking how to read defenses and stuff like that, learning how to lead that before all that pre-snap stuff, on top of his already ability with his legs and um and just his arm strength, and if he can get that, I think he's going to be deadly. And he's still young, so even if he sits for 2 years, he's still got a long career ahead of him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like if he sits this year, next year, and one more year, he's still got a
Yeah,
good 10 years in him.
yeah. You're prolonging his career.
10,
He's taking
15
less
years.
hits. I mean, I think y'all are still gonna use him as in certain packages.
I do like how they're see, and what's good with that is they may not use him a lot, but just knowing that they have him to use if they need to, that makes defenses have to plan for that, which takes time away from planning for against other things. So even if they don't use him, the defense has already wasted time by having to plan for him.
Right.
So hey,
A
but
double-edged
no,
sword.
yeah, but I mean, I can't complain. Coming in this year,
I mean, you have nothing to complain about your
no,
season so far compared to
and
last year.
and coming, I was like coming into the season, I was hopeful. I was like, all right, we're gonna have a good year. And we talked about it. I knew we were gonna have a good year, but this is far exceeds my expectations.
Yep.
The team is way better than I thought they were gonna be. Even our defense, like yeah, I know we got some good additions, but holy shit, our defense.
I would say it's you and Buffalo that are
Yep,
throw the record out the window.
I
Kansas
think we're the
City,
best too.
Kansas City should have 3 or 4 losses.
Oh yeah, they should have lost this week, but all right, next game. I'm done giving props to them. I don't want them to listen to this and get their heads swole.
All right, San Francisco is just ready for the year to be over.
Bro, it's a wrap for them. Their season's done.
Brock Purdy was 11 of 18 for 94 yards, no touchdown. They lost Christian McCaffrey for the year.
Yeah, what was it? A PCL this?
Yeah, I think so.
He's done for the year. Their
He's
season's
got he's
washed
back
up.
on IR, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's out. He's done for the year. I'm. Their season's just chalked. I mean, after having the season they had last year, they're dead last in their division.
Yeah.
Even the Cardinals are doing better than them. Who would have thought that, right? So,
Buffalo beat.
yeah, Buffalo clinched their playoffs.
Yeah, they
Kansas
clinched
City.
their division.
I think we clinched this week with a win.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm pretty sure if we win this week, we clinch our spot.
Clinch a spot in the playoffs or division.
Yeah. Playoffs. We still got all our division games to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. The Bills
So,
they clinched their division, so they already won their,
yeah, I think we're 2 games away
which
from.
is a given because the closest team to them is 5 games back.
Yeah. We're, what, 2 games up on Baltimore, I think?
Yeah,
Something like that. Game
because
and a
they
half.
lost to Philly.
Game and a half because they haven't had a bye week yet.
Yeah, well, their bye is this week after this.
But, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I think if we win this week, we clinch our playoff berth. And I think if we win this week and next week, we clinch our division
If
as
y-
long as
if y'all beat Baltimore again, because I think y'all play Baltimore.
we play Cleveland. Cleveland. We play Cleveland, Eagles, Ravens.
Okay. Yeah. So your game against the Ravens will be
Yeah, unless they lose next week.
unless they lose next week. I'll win. I'll clinch.
Yeah,
So you'll either win it next week from them losing, or from y'all winning the following week.
yeah.
The next 2 weeks.
So yeah, I don't see us losing the division either way. So
All right, that's pretty much not. There's not really much to talk about, but the Bills off the Niners.
yeah, that's. I feel bad for McCaffrey, bro. He's having a horrible
Oh
year,
God, yeah. Started the year with Achilles tendonitis.
and I like McCaffrey. I think he's awesome.
Yeah, he's one of the best backs. Like
But he's a
it's
humble
between
dude
him and
too.
Barkley, bro.
But he's like a humble dude.
Oh yeah.
Like he's not one of those cocky dudes. Like
Mm-mm.
remember, I think it was last year for Christmas. You know how the quarterback normally gets all their linemen something. Christian McCaffrey did it because he knew Brock Purdy's salary.
Mm.
Christian McCaffrey bought all the offense, all their Christmas gifts. Like
Oh
he's a
yeah.
good dude. Like I hate that. Like
It's yeah. It sucks that the good-hearted players
yeah,
have such a bad luck sometimes.
but at least now, like their season's kind of washed. He don't have to rush his rehab and try to get back even sooner.
No, no, you don't.
At least now he can take his time, rehab it right, and hopefully he'll be good next year. You know.
Yeah. All right. Last game. Bo Nix and the Broncos have arrived. Final score of 41-32. Jaquan McMillan's game-sealing pick six foil career nights by Jerry Jeudy, and both had career. Jameis was 34 of 58 for 497 yards, 4 TD, 3
I
picks.
gotta give it to Jameis Winston though. That man has been asked to do a lot, and he's been doing it. He's been busted like he's at 58 times. He had to throw the ball 58 times. Come on, man! Like
Wild.
guys, the
Jerry
guy's got Nick
Jeudy.
Chubb.
Yeah. Jerry Jeudy had 9 receptions for 235 yards. Granted, Jerry was playing for the Broncos to start the year.
I think if Winston had to start from the beginning of the
Was
season,
he? Or did they trade him before?
I think they traded him before the season started. Not
Yeah,
100%
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah,
they did because he
yeah.
starting the
Because
season they had
he was
CD and
there.
Amari Cooper.
Yep, against Dallas. Yep.
Yeah, but I honestly think if Deshaun Watson didn't start the season as the starting QB for that team, I think their record they're not going to be a I think they'd be about 500 if not better.
Maybe like one or
Yeah, I think instead of 3-9, they probably would have been probably 8 and
7 and
5.
8.
I think they
Baltimore
could be. Yeah, because
makes
their defense
sense.
is good.
Yeah, I mean Winston's played. They added him. I mean, despite him having the 3 turnovers,
He's got 3 turnovers, but he threw the ball almost
you can't
60 times.
blame him for that last pick. That last pick by McMillan, fucking.
He threw the ball 60 times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get picks when you throw
You're
it that
gonna
much.
get picks. Like you ran the ball 23 times.
Oh.
You have Nick Chubb, arguably one of the best running backs in the league.
All right,
And he had 9 carries. Come on, man. Like, get that running game going, and then he can throw a little bit easier.
This game was just crazy.
I just feel like if Winston started the season, their season's a lot better. One, I mean, the receiving core is good, but one, I don't think they trade Amari Cooper.
I
Amari
don't
Cooper
know.
wanted out because the team was trash.
He must have
Well,
he must have asked because didn't they just like someone give him
yeah,
an
yeah. He asked out because I guarantee you he asked out because he didn't want to play with Deshaun because Deshaun was ass. And he's like, yeah, this team's going nowhere with him. I bet you if the quarterback situation, look how happy he was last year with Joe Flacco.
Oh yeah.
Mark Cooper was having a blast last year. I think if Winston started the season, I think they're in a whole different situation. Mari Cooper stays.
I think what is his name? Mansky?
Mm-hmm.
I think he wanted to I think
No,
he
he did.
wanted I think he wanted to pull Watson's him
I
and
they have too much money in Watson.
I don't care.
I don't care either, but that's what they're making him. I don't think he has a say in it. You could tell he didn't like Watson. You could tell.
Then I'm gonna go to the owner and just be like I don't care. Like I don't care if this is how much you're paying him. I'm not the one that gave him that. Y'all are the ones.
Yeah,
That was the GM
without
that gave him that.
without him earning it.
Out, yeah. It was away
You
from
should have
football for
brought
2 years, and you
you
give
should
this
have
man a
brought
two
him
hundred
in.
and $20 million contract.
You should have brought him in, made him prove it, and then gave him a contract. Because if you did that, you would have known he ain't worth it. I don't feel bad for him, not at all,
But the Broncos got themselves a stud.
bro.
Bo Nix is gonna have it.
Yeah,
Crazy how a lot of the people that are watching on past 4 years. No, it's fucking wild. All right, well, that wraps up this week's games. Tell the people what they want to know.
so we got a first this week. The first time somebody's completely perfect on picks, and that person would be me. This week, I went 16-0. Freak went 13-3. So for the overall standings, I took the lead on 111 and 68. Freaks 109 and 70. I mean, either way, it's still a good season. We've been battling all
Yeah,
season. It's been
I'm only
close all
down two
season.
games.
Yeah. Last year at this time, I had you by like 8 games.
Yeah, I brought it back to where I lost by like
But yeah, this year we've been neck and neck all year. But
and flip flopping and stuff.
I can't believe I fucking went undefeated. That's crazy to me. Yeah.
I mean, I would have gone undefeated too if I would have just picked the thing to extend my lead.
I mean, who expects to go completely perfect? Like, come on.
Right. Right, and honestly, it looked like two of my picks were gonna look like I was gonna win,
I thought too. Yeah, I did. It did.
and then it flipped on me.
Yeah.
All three of them lost.
Yep.
Fuck. All right,
It was
well,
crazy.
time for our week of 14,
All right. Let me pull
starting
it
with
up.
tonight's game. Green Bay takes on Detroit in Detroit.
Ooh, I'm going Detroit, but this could go either way. Honestly, Green Bay's a good team, but I think Detroit's gonna. Yeah, I think it go. I'm going Detroit.
I just don't think Detroit is.
They damn well could.
All right, Sunday, 1 noon o'clock. Saints versus Giants.
Giants. I mean Saints. I'm going Saints. Sorry.
DeVito starting or is Lock
I
starting?
think Drew Lock's starting again. I
Lock
honestly, I think Drew Lock should get that starting spot. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't think quarterback is the issue in New York.
It's an issue.
No, I'm saying that damn offensive line is. Whew.
All right. Oh, okay. Revenge time. Cleveland versus Pittsburgh.
Cleveland ain't winning 2 in a row. I'll tell you that much.
Better hope not.
They're not. Nope.
Pittsburgh is what?
I don't. There's no way they beat us twice.
All right. Next game, Atlanta versus Minnesota. Yeah, Vikings.
Yeah.
Raiders versus Bucks.
Yeah. Same.
Panthers versus the Eagles.
I won't lie though. Since Bryce Young's came back, he's been looking pretty good.
They played well.
He's been playing pretty solid. I think he needed that. I think he needed it. I don't think they will never be. I don't. They're not that good, but he's looking way better than he did.
So you got Carolina.
Hell nah. I just said they ain't beating the Eagles.
I'd make sure, bro. Just cover my bases. All right, next game, Jacksonville versus Tennessee.
Oh, that's a tough. Tennessee. What's his face is out.
Yeah, I got Tennessee.
That motherfucker got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
When you see that arm do that hand thing, nah, you done.
Just dabbing, laying down.
Yep.
All right, next game, Jets versus Dolphins.
It's a tough one, but I think Dolphins.
No, I'm probably going to regret this.
Ah, shit, I don't even know.
Give me the Jets. All right, let's start the 3 o'clock games. Seattle versus Arizona.
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Seattle can take the division.
Yeah, I think so. Give me Arizona.
I got Seattle.
Give me Arizona.
All right, next game, Buffalo versus the Rams.
The Rams have been doing me solid all year, but I don't think they can beat Buffalo. I'm good.
All right, next game, Chicago versus San Francisco.
Ooh. Give me Chicago.
All right, Sunday night, Chargers versus Chiefs.
Give me the Chargers. Chargers have been playing real good. I think they can beat the Chiefs. I think their offense can put up the numbers and their defense can stop the Chiefs.
Definitely. Go with the same. Right. Monday night. Cincinnati versus Dallas.
I'm going Cincy. I just think the Saints. I mean, the Bengals can put up more points.
I don't lose.
That's fair.
All right, well, that wraps up this week's picks. This week's power ranking.
Oh, I kind of peeped them out, and I kind of agree with them. The top 5 teams.
Detroit is still the top team.
I agree.
Buffalo moved up 2 spots. 2.
I fully agree with that too.
The Chiefs dropped to number 3.
I kind of think the Chiefs should be below the Eagles.
Yeah. Eagles dropped to number 4. Cracking the top 5 this week. Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, yeah.
I think that top 5's legit. Depend if we beat the Eagles when we play them, I can see us being top 3. I just feel like we're better than the Chiefs.
All right. Number 6, dropping a spot is Minnesota.
Okay.
Dropping 1 spot to 7 is Green.
Okay.
Staying where they were after losing, which is rare. Baltimore. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think Baltimore should drop.
I do too. The only reason I guarantee you they didn't drop them is because they lost to the Eagles.
Move the Chargers up.
I agree with the Chargers should be at 8. I could even see the Chargers being at 7. They're a good team right now.
Making their way back into the top 10.
No, I think they were in the top 10 once at least.
Are the Commanders.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't have an issue with the top 10. Houston and Washington, we could flop and it'd still be just as good, just as accurate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That wraps up this week's power rankings. And with that being said, that wraps up episode 13.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy tonight's game. Drink responsibly.
Have fun.
Enjoy some college football. We're getting into the later part of the year. The playoff committee pretty chaotic. Drink responsibly. And enjoy some Sunday football. We will see you guys in week episode 14. Till then, tell somebody you love them. Goodbye.
Later.